sounds of nature to share with Matt and Michelle a very important and a happy moment in their lives together. Because in married, that person you've set your heart upon is a joy unparalleled in human life. And in your love for each other, which you will express in the ceremony today, you demonstrate not only your joy in the present, but also your commitment to share your futures together. And today is the day that the two of you will formally declare your intent to marry and make your vows to one another. And although this is indeed a high point in your lives, quite literally, marriage is a journey and not a destination. We like to do the metaphor. Marriage is more than any one single event or promise, but it is a series of decisions that have been made and will continue to be made over and again that show each of your care and concern for that one whom you love most in this world. And marriage is a promise that is renewed daily through your actions and responsibility taken on in the spirit of faith and hope and love in one another that brings comfort in times of sadness, but it heightens your greatest joy. And today's ceremony is more than the celebration of the lovers with your hearts, but it also reaches well in the future and it proclaims your intentions for that which tomorrow shall hold. A couple who weds is joined not only by the mutual affection and love that they share, but also by their hopes, their dreams, and by the promises of what will be. And the promises and vows that you make today shall guide you both into your coming futures. And the covenant of marriage is one that can only be entered into by those who are both legally and spiritually free to do so. So I'll ask each of you, do you, Matthew Patrick Ryan, offer yourself wholly and joyfully into this marriage? And do you choose Michelle as a person with whom you will share your life in laughter and tears, in conflict and tranquility, loving what you know of her and trusting what you do not yet know? If so, please say, I do. Oh, I like it. He's definite. Yes.
What did he say?
Do you?
Randy Travis
something. Singer too. Do you, Michelle Marie Williams, offer yourself
It's a Randy Travis
into
song.
this marriage? And do you choose Matt as a person with whom you will share your life, laughter, tears, conflict, and tranquility, loving what you know of him and trusting what you do not yet know? If so, please say, I do.
I do. I don't have anything funny to add.
Okay. I'm sure somebody somewhere in some song said I do. We'll go with that. Well, you have known each other from that very first glance of acquaintance to this very point of commitment. At some point during your journey together, you decided to get married. And from that moment of yes to this moment of yes, you've been making commitments in an informal way. All the conversations that were held in the car, or over a meal, or during long walks. The conversations that begin with when we're finally married, and they continue with I will, and you will, and we both will. And the late night talks that include someday, and somehow, and maybe, and even all the promises that were unspoken matters. Today may be your wedding day, but all of those things combined, well, that was the real process of this wedding. So the symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, these are those things that we hoped and planned and dreamed will mean it all, every moment. So as we stand here in downtown Asheville today, I do want to remember this particular moment. Before this very moment, you've been many things with one another. First an acquaintance, then friends and companions, no doubt a dancing partner. Even teachers, for you've taught much to one another. So shortly you shall say a few words that will take you across the threshold of life, and things between the two of you will never be the same again. For after today, after this moment in time, you will say to the whole world, this is my husband, and this is my wife. So I'll now ask each of you to repeat the vows you prepared, and I hope they continue to express the growing love, commitment, and devotion you will forever share with one another. So Matt, normally, Drew goes first. I forget which one.
Sorry. Okay, there you go. All right. I want to thank you all for being here today. All my great family from Atlanta area, Florida, my in-laws, Barry Law, I'm very excited to be part of your family. Very excited that my brother-in-law is here. And thank you all for being here. As words prepared, I'm glad we all could be here today. Coming from all over this place it means a lot. It means a lot to have the most important people in the world to me are here in this room right now. Chances of meeting a girl like Michelle, 1 in 14,602, you decided, something like that. So remember meeting you the first time, in 3.5 years ago. So that fateful Saturday night in Alma, Colorado, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So excited. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. And I'm always a numbers guy, so there's some symmetry with this. So we officially started dating, we said May 5th of 2019. So this is 6 months after May 5th. So we've been officially dating, now be married 3.5 years later. Symmetry is important. So I know.
And I've been losing my voice, so I'm going to try to speak up here. Matt, meeting you made a lot of twists and turns in my past make sense. If my original plans worked out and I didn't take the unusual path to the neurosurgery residency at Wake Forest, then I never would have met you. It's as if nearly a decade of seemingly random events aligned to bring us to that same bar, in Winston-Salem, that fateful night in March. And as our meeting was unique, my vows to you were going to be a little bit unique. I cannot promise to always help clean the bathrooms or sweep the floors, but I do vow to run the dishwasher whenever you remind me that it's been weeks and we are out of forks. You do so much around the house to help me, and I always want to make sure you know that I deeply appreciate it. I cannot promise that I won't ask you to be my designated driver over and over and over again. But I do vow to always be your designated parallel partner. And I will take my turn to chauffeur you around whenever possible. You are always good-natured and willing to play Uber to me and our friends, and somehow you always still manage to be the life of the party, even though you're the one sober. Kind of true to today, I cannot promise to be the number 2 sports fan, since you're always the number 1 sports fan. And I'm never going to know the names of the hockey players and the Detroit Red Wings, and I'm definitely going to confuse which teams go with which cities. But I do vow to always sit there right next to you while you're watching your sports shows, and I'll watch one of my shows on the 25 TVs that we have. But just to be together with you is the important thing. I will always wait for you when it's time for the next episode of one of the shows we're watching together. Sometimes the main thing that gets me through the day is the thought of coming home and snuggling with you on the couch and having the fridge change. Lastly, I cannot promise to ever learn to love ghost peppers, or even jalapeno peppers, or even black pepper for that matter. But I do vow to try everything that you make at least once. I love that you enjoy cooking and are always excited to try new things. You make me excited to try new foods, explore new places, and have new experiences that I would never have thought of on my own. You make me a better version of myself, and I want to do the same for you always. I love you 3,000, and I can't wait to start this adventure together. Not every girl finds a guy willing to move to Houston, so I love you.
Aww.
It's better than North Dakota. Well, from the earliest of times, the ring has been a symbol of committed love. The unbroken and never-ending circle symbolizes commitment to love. That is itself never-ending. You couldn't write this down. Right, there you go. Your rings do say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bound together. So ring bearer, please.
It's you, man.
Yeah. He's fine.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, those rings are definitely going flying. Okay.
Third class.
Okay, good. I'll take them for you.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Good job.
Real Pokemon.
Good job, Q.
Yay,
All
cute.
right, so Matt, you take the ring.
It's yours.
Place it on your finger. Say, Michelle, I give you this ring. As a symbol of our love. With all that I have. And all that I am. Say, Matt, I give you this ring.
Matt, I give you this ring
As a symbol of our love.
as a symbol
It is
of
on the
our
wrong.
With all that I have.
and with all that I have,
And all that I am.
and all that I am,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Get this. You did awesome. Thank you.
Can I keep the box too? Can't read that.
Well, in today's ceremony, you have declared your wish to be joining. You've each pledged together your lifelong commitment, love, and devotion, and you've sealed those promises by exchanging rings. And that, Michelle, by the power vested in me in the state of North Carolina. And because I believe my faith in union is shared by everyone who came to be with you today. It is my honor and my sincere delight to now pronounce you husband and wife.
Hey.
Dun, 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 dun,
Opa.
All right.
That's what
Do we have any more pictures we need? Or
That's up to you. John Paul, you
Oh,
did an
yeah,
awesome
yeah,
job.
Oh, thank you so much.
oh yeah. You gave me.
Yeah.